Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Octopath Traveler on the Switch. We are cruising along at this point. We are, as far as I'm concerned, capable of carrying through to the rest of the game for what we plan to do. And what we plan to do this time is Cyrus Chapter 3, which is right over here. So let's just go right there. And we will head to the tavern. We must initiate. Make your way to Stoneguard after learning that the original copy of the tome you seek might be there, but you can't help but feel that someone's been watching you. Story so far. In Quarry Crest, Cyrus used his powers of deduction to get to the bottom of a series of kidnappings perpetrated by the depraved scholar Gideon, who was harvesting the villagers' blood for his dark research. It was in Gideon's sickening laboratory that Cyrus discovered it. A translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Though the history of the dark arts intrigued him, he could not sit idly by while his peers used knowledge for evil. And so Cyrus came to Stoneguard, where the tome was bound. Would he find answers here, or only more dreadful questions? Stoneguard at last. A sprawling city if ever I saw one. Talk about searching for a needle in a haystack.
Now then.
First, I should review where we stand. Like as not, the translated copy of From the Far Reaches of Hell was produced by a bookmaker in this town. But where to begin my search? Logically speaking, it would make the most sense to begin at the source. Which means head straight for the bindery, of course. Where else?
Very well.
Let the investigation begin. Oh! Travel banter.
Take care.
Take care, scholar. You know, I feel it now too, the unmistakable sense of being watched. For my part, the feeling was faint at first, and came and went, but it grows stronger with every step we take. Undoubtedly, your instincts are sharper than mine. How did you acquire them, I wonder? I cannot say. It is something I learned on the battlefield. By what means I do not rightly know. Oh, I was hoping there was some easy trick to it. It is easy enough, if you are willing to fight as many battles as I have. I think easy here means something different to you and me. Fair enough. Even a scholar such as yourself cannot know everything there is to know of this world. I put too much emphasis on this. It's like, this world, but other worlds. You all know what I meant.
Indeed.
Scrutinize his ass. Testimony, I sold the book of my making to Dominic, a translator. His home lies on the east side of town. Most intriguing. Well now, it would seem I owe this Dominic fellow a visit. I should be able to find him in the workshop just east of here. You should. But will you?
Excuse me.
Beg pardon, is this a residence of
My apologies.
I don't know who you are, but I'm not in the mood for company.
A moment of your time.
If you could just spare a moment, kind sir, there's something I'd like to ask you.
Be gone with you.
I said I wish to see no one. Leave me at once. He seems like a stubborn one. I'll have to find another way. Pray forgive the intrusion. A good day to you, sir. It might behoove me to find out a bit more about our friend Dominic. Alright, we will scrutinize this gentleman. That Dominic... Oh, that's a woman. Sorry. That Dominic went and shut himself off from the world after his only daughter succumbed to sickness 15 years ago. Okay. Wonder if this will all be relevant. Dominic had a translation commission he thought would earn him a fortune. Still rues the day he said yes to it, poor lad. Sold some medicine to Dominic about 15 years ago, I think. It was in a spot of bother, as I recall, financially speaking, so I gave him a discount.
Very well.
That should do it. I dare say Dominic will be more talkative this time.
Excuse me.
Beg pardon, Master Dominic. I am Cyrus, the scholar who called upon you earlier.
Ah,
You again. I already told you, I don't want to see you. 15 years ago, he lost his daughter. He translated a book.
But of course.
Yes, if my reasoning is correct, this is undoubtedly why Dominic has cut off all contact with the outside world. You do not mean to open old wounds, friend. But I have heard that you lost your dear daughter to illness some 15 years ago.
Thusly.
Since then, you have secluded yourself and cut off all contact with the outside world. In order to procure the elixirs that might save your daughter, you needed coin, quickly, and in large quantities. And so you accepted an unusual task.
Yes.
To wit, producing a translation from the far reaches of... hell. Who told you this?
Now then.
The book that you translate is now in my possession. Clearly, you are a scholar of great knowledge and wisdom. You took care to omit the most horrific passages, doubtless because you recognized the danger they posed. As an academic, I will not stand idly by as knowledge is used for the purpose of evil. And so I ask you, who commissioned this translation from you? Come inside.
Many thanks.
listen.
Where should I even begin?
In truth,
15 years ago, a man came here to me with a request he said was of dire import. Strangely, I cannot recall his name. He was a scholar, and from his words one could tell his mind was as sharp as a blade. What I remember more than anything were his eyes, which burned blood red with a zeal for knowledge that bordered on obsession.
What in the...
Red eyes. Could it be? No, perish the thought.
after that,
They say in recent years he accepted a prestigious position at the Royal Academy in Atlasdam.
It couldn't be.
Good gods. Headmaster Yevon? I don't even... Was that his name originally? I don't even... gosh, I don't even remember. Even? I like Yevon, because that's Final Fantasy X.
Yes.
Even though there's no E there. Screw it, I don't care. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. Yevon was his name. Oh.
In truth,
It came to me, a mighty and venerable tome in hand. That tome was from the far reaches of hell. I did not have to think twice.
Is that so?
Knowing full well the danger posed by the forbidden knowledge within?
yes.
Yes, I was not blind to the risk. And yet what choice did I have? The medicines my daughter required cost a veritable fortune, and I am but a humble scholar. So you followed Yevon's instructions to the letter?
Yes.
Yes, I translated that dreadful tome. All the while fearing for my life what horrors might come to pass if the knowledge fell into the wrong hands. In the end, even the rarest of elixirs could not save my poor girl. Looking back, I believe this was divine punishment for my sins. And Master Yevon? Whatever was the man thinking? You say the book is in your possession. I beg of you, promise me.
Leave it to me.
I will see that it is never again used to bring pain and suffering. You have my word. The pain and guilt you bear is surely beyond my understanding, but I hope this will bring you even a small measure of solace. Rest your heart easy, friend, as best you can.
You have my thanks.
Cyrus, was it? You have my thanks.
Come now.
Well, are you going to keep hiding in the shadows? Or shall we end this charade? So, you were wise to my presence.
Just so.
I knew I was being followed, yes. Wow, they couldn't even do like a proper reveal of her like lowering her hood or anything. Like they couldn't animate that. And they had to go to a black screen. That's really weird. I know her sprite changed completely. She like opened up her robe for some reason, but I don't know. I feel like you could just animate the hood lowering. I don't know. Fancy meeting you outside the academy. You're the headmaster's assistant, Miss...
Call me Lucia.
Greetings.
A pleasure. And why have you followed me here, Miss Lucia?
I apologize.
Forgive me, Professor Albright. I meant no offense. I overheard that you were investigating the whereabouts of a certain tome. A tome by the name of From the Far Reaches of Hell. Is this correct? And what if it is?
In truth,
What I am about to say, I ask that you keep in the utmost confidence. I have reason to believe Headmaster Yevon is plotting something unsavory involving the self-same tome.
Why, I'll be...
So the thief who stole the book from the archives was
yes.
the headmaster himself. Of this I am all but certain. The headmaster's assistant I may be, but first and foremost I am a scholar in my own right. I will not stand to see my profession's good name sullied by one who would use knowledge in the name of evil. This is why.
Indeed.
You came here seeking my aid.
Correct.
Yes, my intuition as an academic tells me you are a man to be trusted. As you may be aware, Headmaster Yevon hails from Stoneguard himself.
Yes.
Yes, I was planning to investigate that very matter after I was done here. The house in which he was born still stands. Yet there are ominous rumors about the place. I have ascertained its location, but I am hesitant to investigate further on my own. And so I ask, Professor Albright, pray lend me your aid.
I see.
Before I promise anything, I would see the house with my own eyes.
Correct.
I understand completely. You will find it on the north side of town. Well, maybe we'll find Vincent Valentine in the basement.
Shall we begin?
Very well. Let us pay it a visit straight away. As for whether or not I can cooperate, I will give you my answer there. Is this acceptable?
Thank you.
But of course. Thank you, Professor. I will go on ahead and meet you there. Travel banter.
Pardon me.
Can I ask you a question, Professor? By all means. What kind of things did you teach back at the palace? Interested in a spot of learning, are we? Then pull up a log and I'll give you a lesson. Huh? History. Let's begin there. Specifically with the founding of the mighty kingdom of Hornburg. Wait, I never said... And there followed, and also, in short, He's been talking for an hour now. I'm not sure whether to be annoyed or impressed. But the king, Edbart, if you recall, had his own worries, you see. Professor, can I say something? What is it, Tressa? We really need to get back on the road. Great. 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 That really just helps you establish some more details about these characters, doesn't it? Doesn't that really just nail home some more info about Cyrus? This is where Headmaster Yevon was born and raised. According to the neighbors, it has lain abandoned for some 20 years now.
Is that so?
Ominous indeed. Well, shall we let ourselves in? Yeah, if you didn't see that coming, I don't know what to tell you. What the? Patches?
Oh! Where? What
Where?
is this place?
Oh, he's talking. Sorry.
Ah, Professor Albright. I apologize for this little ruse.
I'd recognize that voice anywhere. So, we meet again, Headmaster Yvonne.
Ah, damn it. Yvonne, that's like a girl's name.
When I heard you were looking into from the far reaches of hell, I knew your search would lead you here. And sure enough, you didn't disappoint me. Your mind is every bit as sharp as I thought it was.
You sent Lucia to keep an eye on me.
What a shame, my dear boy. A thirst for knowledge like yours would be such a terrible thing to waste. So, what do you say? Apprentice yourself to me, and I will overlook your little trespasses.
How kind of you. I refuse. I am, shall we say, philosophically opposed to your stance on knowledge. I believe that knowledge should be shared, not hoarded for one's personal gain.
I thought you'd say as much. Most unfortunate, Cyrus. Most unfortunate. As you know, this is my house, and I don't get many callers these days. A smart man like you knows what this means, yes? When you starve to death here, no one will be the wiser.
Oh, okay. If you think I'll give up without a fight, you don't know me nearly well enough.
What have we here?
Climbing my way out doesn't seem to be an option.
Now then,
Now, how to get myself out of this predicament? I found a bone. I'll investigate further. Oh, I could have... I don't think there's anything else to do here. Okay, wait and see. Brilliant. What was the point of that?
Professor?
Professor Albright? That voice. Could it be?
Are you okay?
Hold on, Professor. I'll lower a rope. Ah, yes. Our brilliant, heroic character that could do absolutely nothing but wait and hope some girl rescues him. There you go. Climb on up. Professor, I'm so glad you're safe. Therese, did you come all the way from Atlastan? But why?
Actually,
I knew you were in danger, and so I came to warn you. That's quite enough, young lady. Oh!
Therese.
I knew Cyrus would come, but you have pluck for a girl your age.
You think you can get away with this?
Yvonne. Let her go at once. It is clear hostage negotiation never factored into your scholarly pursuits. Mark my words, Cyrus. Stop meddling in my research or the girl's life is forfeit. Oh, damn. Wait. No, gee. Okay. Go to Yvonne's cellar. Well, let's say we don't want to redo all that in case some fluke thing happens. Not that that's gonna happen.
Time to teach you a lesson.
I am ready.
Can I just say, I don't know why it's like in my head and bugging me constantly in this moment. But like a month ago,
The battle is truly joined.
we went out to this seafood restaurant
let's do this.
and I had soft shell crab for the first time. I didn't even know what it was. But they were having a special on it. I was like, all right, screw it, throw it on the bill. Let's see it. I'll try whatever, sure. So I had a soft shell crab, and it's like it's a crab. It's an entire crab that they just cook and like fry, and you just eat the entire thing. I guess like it's a type of crab that they cook right after it like molts its shell or something like that, so its shell is softer than normal. And then they cook it to make it really, like, brittle.
Therese!
I'm gonna finish... No, I'll finish it while we're doing the battle. Hold on.
Professor?
You just couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? You disappoint me, Cyrus. I took you for a more logical man.
Headmaster Yvonne, what do you intend to do with her?
The girl went poking around in my secrets. I fear she can't be allowed to live. And so I'll finish off teacher and student in one fell swoop.
You'll not lay a hand on my pupil. I'll see to that.
You seem terribly agitated, Cyrus. It's not good for the humors.
It's one of those blood crystals.
You will taste the power I summoned from the far reaches of hell!
Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna have a wizard's duel, but no,
I
he
cannot
transformed
fail.
into a Marvel villain or something. I don't know.
Victory shall be
Okay, shouldn't be too bad.
death by 1,000
Anyways, so I had crab, like normal crab,
ready.
before this, here and there somewhere.
Thunder! Ring out!
It was good, but I never liked how much work was involved in it. And so I was like, okay, you know, soft shell crab, there's no work, you just eat that shit. That's good. It's weird. I thought it was weird.
What to do?
Because it's like, I'm eating through this thing's shell and everything. I'm eating everything. Like, that doesn't happen that often.
For you.
But, you know, here it was, and so I ate it. And, you know, I started, like, eating its claws and shit, and it was like, this is good. You know, it was seasoned well. It was crunchy and crispy. It was all sorts of good. I keep going. I get towards the center, you know, where all the juicy bits are. And,
For you.
I get to this, like, people that have had soft shell crab, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about here.
Now the true lux
But I get to this green sludge
Victory shall
that's
be
in the
mine.
center. And it really reminded me of guacamole. And I think that's why I'm thinking about it, because I had some guacamole today. And that's what, like, triggered this. And so I got to that in the soft shell crab, and I'm like, I was like, what the fuck is this? I thought maybe this crab was like diseased or something. Like, I don't know. I didn't know what it like. They stuffed guacamole in here. I didn't know.
The peacock struck.
And so I looked it up
Victory shall be mine.
because I was concerned. And no, they said it's like that's like its organs that've like become like it's like its kidney or liver or something. It's become like this slurry or I don't know. It's like perfectly normal. It's just how it is. And I'm like, okay. They say it's okay. We'll go for it.
For you.
And I ate like a couple bites with the green stuff, and it wasn't like repulsive to taste. But something about the appearance of guacamole, the knowledge that it was like slurried organs or something like that. That's where I stopped eating. Like everything up to that point was good, and then that was just like some sort of mental disconnect. This is unacceptable at this point.
Lux Conjurer.
And I didn't give it any thought for like the whole month until today. I ate some guacamole, and now I can't get this like repulsive thought out of my head of this like just green kidney slop inside this crispy crab. Like, I don't know. This has nothing to do with anything. It's just I can't get it out of my head for some reason. So yeah, there's that. Aside from that, though, this boss is not doing a whole lot of anything. Not like we're
The
super
battle is
surprised
truly
here.
joined.
What is the logical course of action? Lux Conjurer.
What to do?
I mean, I know there's way weirder things out there to eat.
Now, what
You know,
next?
over soft shell crab. Now, I've seen bizarre food or whatever, but yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. It makes me unlikely to ever
Let's
order
try
soft
this.
shell crab again, even though most of it was good.
I am ready.
But since, you know, the bulk of the crab is there in the center, and that green stuff is in there waiting, I don't know, man. I couldn't. And now I'm worried it's ruined guacamole for me too. So that I just am going to always compare the two. And that sucks.
Have at you.
Anyways,
Watch my blade dance.
so we're fighting Yvonne,
What's it
and
do?
he's doing stuff. And we're killing him. Just
For you.
pretty much feeding everything to Cyrus and
No.
hoping for the best. But obviously
Watch
Ulrich
my
is no
blade
slouch.
dance.
There's base cross strikes doing over 2k.
Let's do this.
I feel like I should still, yeah, I should just be donating to somebody.
For you.
Ulrich, I guess.
Victory shall be mine.
Even though he has nothing applicable
I am
here.
ready.
Give me an analyze.
Oh,
Give me some
don't
info.
worry.
Fire.
Now, what next? Now the Ignis are dead.
Well, it
How
probably
much?
showed his HP, didn't it? I didn't look. Okay.
Out of my way.
I am ready.
An interesting dilemma.
So this is how you
Lux
beat a
Conjurer.
boss.
You should have studied harder.
There was good timing when I said that, wasn't it? And I got that 5 times XP boost. I'm not even gonna read that. I don't have the energy. I'm thinking about crab organs and shit. I can't read this like this guy. It's standard lines. Those are standard lines in the history of RPGs.
What in the...
Immortal? Nice. They were all lies. Lies? Who lied to you? It cannot end like this. It must not! Shazam. Professor?
You have my gratitude.
You saved my life.
Thank goodness.
Oh, Professor. Professor, I'm so glad you're... Oh, I'm dead. What have I done? A teacher endangering the life of his pupil. How did you endanger her life? How? How did you do that? You left. She followed you. That's not your fault. But I can reflect upon my failings another time. For now, I must get you to safety.
Awake, are you?
Yes, Professor.
Therese. I must know what you saw and heard. You'll tell me, yes?
Yes, Professor. One day I heard the headmaster talking to someone in his office. I couldn't make out the other voice, but they were talking about you. They were saying they would see you dead. And so I...
You came all the way here to warn me.
Yes, Professor.
I see. Well, Therese. As your teacher, I must scold you for your most reckless and careless actions.
I understand, Professor.
But one thing is also clear. Were it not for your actions, I would have died in that dark pit. And so, as a man, I owe you a debt of gratitude. Thank you, Therese, from the bottom of my heart. But you must promise me one thing.
What is it, Professor?
In the future, pray consult someone you can trust before embarking on such a dangerous course of action.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I did learn from the best.
I suppose you did, didn't you?
Professor,
I must continue my journey, but I will send letters. Yes, I'll include assignments to keep your mind sharp.
I look forward to that, Professor.
But I think we've talked enough for the day. You should rest.
Wait, Professor! The headmaster. He said one more thing.
What's this now?
He said that once you were out of the way, there was a place he would go.
Intriguing. And where might that be, pray tell? I appreciate your concern, but I will go there. I must. In a way, we are not so different, the headmaster and I.
Professor,
that unquenchable thirst for knowledge, bordering almost on obsession. And yet, our philosophies regarding the ultimate purpose of knowledge could not be more different. The headmaster used his position and prestige to hoard knowledge for his own foul ends. As an academic, I cannot forgive this. Knowledge is for one and all. We inherit the knowledge of our ancestors and pass it on to those who follow us. Only then is its true value realized. Headmaster Yvonne believed true knowledge should begin and end with him. He was wrong. Always remember this, Therese. Knowledge is a bounty to be shared by all.
A bounty?
The more of us that possess true knowledge, the richer we all become. Those who seek knowledge must never forget this. That is what I believe. And those who would use their knowledge for nefarious ends must be stopped.
So, it would be wrong of me to keep this to myself.
Dude is manipulating.
The headmaster said he was headed to the town of Duskbarrow.
I see. Thank you, Therese. Do not worry. Your teacher will not make the same mistake twice. When I act, I will exercise due caution.
I can believe you this time?
Please do, my dear girl.
If you say so, then I shall see you when you return.
You have my word. I will arrange for someone to look after you until your strength returns.
Hey, travel banter. Therese seems like a good girl. She's got spirit and pluck, and would follow you to the end of the world and back, it seems. I remember times when I've been as filled with passion as she. But then I don't have to tell you what's what, right, Professor? I'm afraid I'm not sure to what you are alluding. You're saying she's come all this way for your sake. Oh, indeed, she is a most dedicated and conscientious student. That she would make such a journey out of worry for her professor's health is a credit to her. I think you're missing the point. Nothing thrills a scholar's heart quite like a student so utterly dedicated to her studies. Something the matter, Primrose? No, I think I just had the wrong end of the stick. Wasn't that really, like, enlightening about new details for Cyrus? About how, like, sort of oblivious he is? We didn't know that before.
Duskbarrow. Whatever did the headmaster seek there? Judging from his transformation to that dreadful beast, the power he obtained was an unholy one indeed. Is it possible that the tome holds not only the secrets to death, but new forms of life? And yet, I find it hard to believe that transforming himself into a demon was the headmaster's ultimate goal. After all, did he not say he was betrayed? And the original copy of the tome is still nowhere to be found. So many questions remain, but now I know where I can find the answers. On to Duskbarrow, and whatever dark secrets await me there.
And so Cyrus left Stoneguard behind, having witnessed with his own eyes the nightmarish powers contained within the pages of that baleful tome. But what do Yevon and his cohorts truly seek? Whether he was ready to face them or not, Cyrus would find his answers in Duskbarrow. Alright. We are in the home stretch. Next video we'll be doing Olberic's Chapter 4. Then Primrose's Chapter 4. And finally, maybe not, I think so, will be Cyrus's Chapter 4. All require level 45. So, that's as high as you need to be. Alright, so potentially only a few more videos, but I don't know, Chapter 4's could be longer because it's wrapping up the story. I really have no idea. We will see. But this was a decently length video. It's been a while since we had this one this short. But my name is Mangg. Gaming Watching has been Octopath Traveler, and I'll see you fine folks in the next part.